So I'm joined by Mags Hough, who's the director of Pigtown. I mean, I have to say, we're looking at the poster and the artwork. I've heard so much about the show, but what can we expect?
Well, there's so much to offer with this show. It's a reflection on Limerick over the past 100 years, seen through the eyes of its main character, Tommy Clocks. And just to pinpoint the name Clocks, it's a pet name that has been given to the character, but it really is all about time ticking and the seconds ticking away, and him trying to put off the inevitable moment where he departs from Limerick City and from the world. So there's something like, I think I was counting them earlier on today, there's something like 30 scenes in the play, and it skips and hops over loads of different events that happened over 100 years between the year 1900 and 1999. Historical events, dramatic events, sporting events. So in Pigtown you come across a breadth of emotions, from happiness to sadness. There's a very dramatic violent scene in the play which all unfolds to give a story about the history and happenings of the 100 years that we're going to experience.
I feel like we all know a Clocks in and around, whether we know them personally or whether they're a relative or we've heard the stories about them. I think we all know that character, do we?
That the Clocks, oh, absolutely, yeah. They're indigenous to cities and villages and townlands all over the world, really. But it's a great device to actually move a play through time and through time and events.
And you're saying there about the events, so will there be a lot of events that we'll all have heard and known about already, or will there be a mix?
It'll be a mix. Some you will have known about. Mike Finn is renowned actually for his writings about historical events in Limerick, and in Pigtown he certainly writes magnificently and lyrically about different happenings throughout the century. You have, let's say, we touch on events such as the Soviet, a Limerick man going off to the Boer War, the pogrom, and then we delve into comical scenes that deal with Italian 90, rugby, of course, because that, you don't mention Limerick without mentioning rugby. So, I think it'll leave audiences, in wails of laughter, an odd tear or two. You have happiness, sadness, delight, excitement, fear. All of these emotions are dealt with in the journey of Pigtown.
Well, it sounds like an incredible show, and I know it's running from the 9th to the 12th of November in the Limerick Theatre, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to sell out fast if people don't act fast.
Yes, well, you are so right there, because I was just talking to Sive McCoy, who works on promotions for Limerick Theatre, and she was telling me that in fact some of the shows really only have a couple of tickets remaining. But I would like to say, for those in the event, hopefully, that some of our nights will sell out, we actually do have a Saturday matinee, which is a first, I think, for college players. So don't be disappointed if you don't get a ticket for the nighttime show. Please do come along on the Saturday matinee, because we have an extra special treat as well in store for you. The author, Mike Finn, who has written this beautiful piece of theatre, will be there to do a questions and answers after the show.
Well, all I can say is I saw some footage from the launch party in JJ Bowl, so if that's anything to go by, I think everyone is in for an incredible day or matinee or night.
Yes, well, we won't mention too much about JJ Bowles, but let's say we stayed on for a little time later and there were a few songs sung, and there could be a little treat in store as well for our interval music, where we are hoping that our author Mike Finn might give us an a cappella version of Dear Old Thomond Gate.
Wow, it's going to be absolutely magic. Of course, limetreetheatre.ie for all the tickets and information. Mags Hough, director of Pigtown. Thank you so much for talking.
Meghann, thanks so much.